Hey everyone, and welcome to the final part of River City Girls. Today we're going to cover the post game, which literally consists of just one boss battle, as well as how to 100% the game.
Well, look who it is, Mommy.
I thought this place emptied the trash on Mondays.
Guess not.
What are you two doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Yeah, don't tell us where we can and can't go.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Sabako's supposed to be the final boss, right?
We kick her through the window.
I'm very confused right now.
What are they talking about?
I don't speak nerd.
That's it. I don't care if this makes no sense. We can still beat you two through the floor.
Bring it on, Masako.
Finally!
Time to kill, you bet.
The optional boss battle can be found in Sanwaki Tower. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but you know what, it's fine. In order to access the fight, you need to enter the boss room in Sanwaki Tower with the Hasabe charm and the Mami charm equipped. The Hasabe charm can be attained by simply beating the game regularly, while the Mami charm is attained by destroying all 25 statues found throughout the game. Once the fight begins, you are free to unequip the charms, which I highly recommend because as far as fights or stats, the charms do nothing. They're simply there in order to initiate the fight. So you'll want to equip things that can actually help you deal a little extra damage against these two. I also recommend bringing as many healing items as you possibly can bring, because the damage output between the two girls is insanely high. This fight is unique in that it's the only boss battle in which you're fighting two characters, however they share the same health bar. The two girls are extremely aggressive and they will not hesitate to attack you even if you're being attacked by the other girl. This can lead to you losing well over half your health from just one exchange, just due to how relentless they can be. As with all the other boss battles in the game, this fight is divided into different phases. The first phase involves them just walking around, attacking you whenever they get a chance. Now the interesting thing about these two girls is that they share moves with both Masako and Kyoko, with Hasabe having moves that Masako can use, and Mami having moves that Kyoko can use. Now because they have the same moves as Kyoko and Masako, and this is just me thinking out loud, but I think Hasabe and Mami had bigger roles planned during the development of this game. They may have been the original characters that would have the lead roles. They may have been planned to be playable. It's entirely up in the air. Who knows, they might bring ideas that they weren't able to fit in this game into whatever they plan on doing with River City Girls in the future. Because as I mentioned before, they have plans for this IP. Now with the start of each phase, the two girls will join together and spin around to your location. You can simply just walk up and down on the field and you'll easily dodge it. And once they're done, they will move back to the center of the field and then they will be dizzy, giving you a chance to attack. The different thing about phase 2 is before they do that, Hasabe will actually hop on top of Mami and start rolling around while sending out hearts for you to attack. You can easily dodge them just by standing in the corner and jumping over the ball, as I'm doing right now. And then you're able to attack once again, but then they'll do the joint spinning attack once more. I'm not sure if that's just me not capitalizing on enough damage in order to skip this, but it's been a pretty consistent, what's the word, pattern for me whenever I play this fight. And yes, this is another fight in which a fourth phase will happen once you defeat the initial 3. It doesn't actually matter who you knock out first because it plays out exactly the same. You can either knock out Hasabe or Mami. But whichever one you don't knock out will go into a frenzy. It is extremely hard to knock down. I wouldn't worry about them. What you'll want to aim for is the Angel. You can easily just use your aerial heavy to damage her enough. Or you can even stomp on her corpse in order to damage her. Though stomping on the character's body does significantly less damage. You'll just want to aim for the Angel head. As a matter of fact, if you don't, you'll have to deal with projectile attacks. I can't remember if they hone in on you or not. All I know is it can be annoying to deal with that, along with the other girl who's way more aggressive than she was before. So easily just aim for the Angel head. This is probably the easiest part of the fight in my opinion. But just hit that a few times and you should become victorious in no time.
I'll never live this down.
No fair! You cheated!
How? By beating us up?
Face it, rejects. We're the ones Kunio and Ricky love.
Yeah, admit it!
Are you crazy? They barely remember you.
Yeah, you guys dated them for like one 16-bit game.
That wasn't even released in the USA.
Talk about obscure.
You wanna fight again?
Fine, you're their girlfriends. Whatever.
Can we leave now?
We did it!
Should we still kick them out the window?
Why not?
And once you defeat the 2 girls, you receive the hair ribbon, which causes the Angel of a fallen player to race slower, I believe. It only applies to multiplayer, which unfortunately I don't really have a chance to show because no one to play with. And you get some money and experience. The ending is different in that they actually updated the game to have a completely different ending in version 1.1. I'm going to show that off towards the end because I do want to show off the fight another time. Prior to version 1.1 though, the ending was the same and it just raises so many questions about the relationship between the characters, which I'll get more into later on. Right now, as Kyoko, as well as the other characters, I'm kind of just going around the town and buying things from the shop. There's really nothing to say about me going from shop to shop and buy items, so I'm just gonna let the footage speak for itself. It's not the rest of the video. We will be breaking it up in order to show a few things off.
Enter! Look around. Okay. Oh! Now exit!
So what do you want? Got it. Hurry up. And got it. Time to go.
Enter shop equals 1. Initiating transaction. Run sale.
My shop welcomes your money. Mint condition. Mint condition. Mint condition. That's a rare one.
For New Game Plus, you retain all your stat increases, level up, items, etc, etc. I'm only going to be playing New Game Plus as Misako initially because I'm trying to build up money across all the characters in order to purchase everything. Because when you defeat a boss, not only does the character that defeated the boss get the money, but all of the characters on standby get the money, as well as the experience. So it's a good way to level up Riki and Kunio, since they do start out at 1. Another change with New Game Plus is that enemies in later areas, such as downtown, can appear as early as River City High. So if you want to recruit one of those enemies this early on in the game, this is your chance. Also different with New Game Plus is that there is another collectible, cats. What does it mean? I'm not entirely sure, probably a reference to the item you get for finding all 25 cats, but yes, 25 cats scattered throughout the River City. When I initially played New Game Plus, I wasn't aware that they were collectible. I saw them across town. I was like, oh, that's a weird aesthetic change for New Game Plus. But then I picked one up in one of the areas downtown, which is mandatory to go in, by the way. It's just out in the open. I picked it up and it said 1 of 25. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So for the next few minutes, I'm just going to be showing off footage of where to find all the cats. No need to talk, just let the footage speak for itself.
Let's find out. Hey! Any of you ladies know a Habari?
You're not answering.
Is this Noise's yacht?
And once you find all 25 cats, you are awarded the cat pen, which prevents your special meter from decreasing. Personally, not that useful to me because of how I play the game, but for someone that is just exclusively uses specials, then yes, this is very useful for them. During my cat hunt, I was able to save $10,000. I'm actually not entirely sure that's the currency, but if you head over to Tunnel to Ocean Heights, you'll notice a board in the background. If you hold down the Y button as you would for entering a new area, you'll access Merlin's shop. This is a secret shop in order to get the bunny button as well as the tank button. Now let me explain what these exactly do. The bunny button basically maxes out your speed. You can move at ludicrous speeds, almost like Sonic the Hedgehog. A great way to move from area to area if you're trying to get to a bus stop and whatnot. The tank button basically maxes out your power. However, your movement speed is greatly reduced. Once you combine the two, your movement speed is normal and you can just obliterate enemies within like 3 hits. It's insane how busted this combination is. It makes everything a joke, including the boss battles. So if you want an easy time, go nuts with this combination. Let's take a quick look at Ricky, shall we? I'm not going to show off too much. If there's an interest, I can always stream myself playing as Ricky or Cuneo in New Game Plus just to give a better idea of what they do. But I'm just going with the basics for now. Just like Masako and Kyoko when they first started the game, Ricky and Cuneo don't really have anything special to start with. However, you can go to the dojo and buy some moves. And the cool thing about this is because I've done New Game Plus as well as some other things as Kyoko, they have a ton of money and are able to just buy all of their moves from the dojo instantly. They can also power up their stats by buying food from the various shops, so you gotta do a little shopping in order to get them up to snuff. But other than that, it's really easy to start practicing with them.
Get in my dojo and fight me! Devastating! Killer! Tube-tacular! Devastating! I miss my brother! Deadly! Killer! Deadly! I miss my brother! Happy rampaging! Come back soon!
Ricky is a pretty cool character. He does struggle with trying to juggle enemies just because of how his moves function. For example, any moves that launch, you kind of have to delay because his ground movements are slightly faster compared to other characters. So although he can get attacks out quicker, you gotta do a little bit of timing if you want to keep a combo going. Also, in comparison to the other characters, the moves that launch his opponents into the air have slightly more end lag, so it can be a little trickier to juggle them. Now, because I have all this extra money as Ricky, I'm gonna go around to the shops that I missed and continue to do a bit of cleanup. I'm not gonna get everything as Ricky, but this is another strategy for players to do when trying to get 100%. You can essentially reserve the new characters to just buy all the stuff from the shop that you missed, or you can split it up, say have Ricky get the food or Masako get all the accessories. It's totally up to you, but there are plenty of options as well as money to go around for that matter in order to claim all the items from the shops and get 100%.
Excellent taste.
You got cash, right? Money first. Money first.
So now let's take a look at Kunio, who is really the protagonist of the Kunio-kun series, because his name's in the title. Anyway, what's unique about him is that out of all the characters, he can keep characters suspended in the air the longest. He has one particular move that essentially keeps the enemy suspended while taking damage, and he can easily follow up. He has all the time in the world actually to do that. Because of that, I think the amount of damage he can get out is greater compared to the other three. He is also the only character who can charge one of his specials. I believe it's the neutral special where he does like a high knee. Extremely fun. Again, just like Ricky, I haven't played as him as much, but again, if there's interest in the stream, or really something I would probably just do on my own time, we'll just go through the game as either Ricky or Kunio.
Customers.
And here I'm just showing off the last of the accessories that I failed to buy earlier.
Sure.
Not entirely sure what it is about these two shops in the mall. I forget they exist.
Sure.
Don't know why, but
That's
I'm getting them as
all you
Kyoko.
afford?
Bam.
What do you want? Fine. Fine. Leave!
Time to count, you bet.
So I'm showing this fight off again just to show how busted the bunny button and take button is. It makes this fight a complete joke. And well, there's something else I want to talk about. It's the original ending after you beat these girls. Prior to version 1.1, the ending was essentially the same. The only difference is you would kick Hasabe and Mame out of the window. That's it. Once you find Kunio and Ricky, they still act kind of funny towards Masako and Kyoko. It's not entirely clear whether it's supposed to be a joke or if they're even really dating to begin with. Version 1.1 gave a complete new ending where it's a lot more clear what the relationship is between them, but at the same time it still leaves questions unanswered, as in, were they kidnapped? Were they just taking a vacation? It's never clear as to what's actually happening. And if they do another game or even another update to this, I hope they do a better job of explaining what little story there is to the game. Granted, the fact that the story is the way it is, it's not that big a deal to me personally, because at the end of the day, the game is still fun, but at the same time, you present me with a very confusing explanation to what little story there is, and now it's just like, what's happening? So yeah, I hope that's just addressed in some form with whatever they decide to do with River City Girls. But yeah, enjoy this cutscene question mark.
Oh, poop.
We'll never live this down.
No fair! You cheated! How?
By beating us up?
Face it, rejects. We're the ones Kunio and Ricky love.
Yeah, admit it!
Are you crazy? They barely remember you.
Yeah, you guys dated them for like one 16-bit game.
That wasn't even released in the USA.
Talk about obscure.
You wanna fight again?
Fine, you're their girlfriends. Whatever.
Can we leave now?
We did it!
Should we still kick them out the window?
Why not?
Ah! This was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Not our smartest plan. Maybe if we twist our bodies just as we land, we can...
Hey, we're not dead!
We're gonna be sore tomorrow.
I wonder what happened to Hasabe and... Ah!
What is it, Kyoko?
Oh man, you were right, Ricky. A trip to the spa's just what we needed.
I agree, Kunio. It is relaxing.
Huh? Ah! It's girls! Look away!
The spa's for men only.
Kunio! You big dummy, we've been looking all over for you!
We thought you were kidnapped, Ricky Poo!
Kidnapped? As if. What made them think that?
No idea. Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm starving. Let's get a Merv burger. You girls want to join us?
And with that, River City Girls is complete, showing everything the game has to offer as of now. As I said before, they may update the game, or we might get a sequel. Who knows? I played this game several times when it initially came out, and thankfully I was able to remember a good chunk about it, because coming back almost a year later, things were a little fuzzy, but overall pretty smooth run despite the hiccups I had. If I were to show this game off in particular, it would more than likely be a Kunio or Ricky run on a stream randomly someday. That won't happen for a while because I'm trying to play other games. I've got quite a backlog since I've been gone for quite some time. But really, I have nothing else to say. Thank y'all for watching, and hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, y'all. Evening, morning, whenever y'all decide to watch this. Yes.